Okay, we're still in exercise 68, problem number 3. As always, we would like you to take a piece of paper and pencil, work the problem. I'm not saying you're going to do it the same way I do, but you should get to an answer in the end of the problem. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go to the whiteboard and walk through the problem for those students that need me to go to the whiteboard. So I'm done over here, and I'm going back to my whiteboard. I'm going to push this up. And again, we're still in exercise. Let me blow this up a little bit. We're still in exercise 68, and we're doing problem number 3 now. I'm going to write the system down for you, and the system is as follows. xy plus yz equals minus 8. And I want to point out when I first do these problems, sometimes I take the wrong road. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're traveling and you're taking the wrong road, at least you'll see things. Now, certainly if you get upset by doing that, then this would not be a good place to be. I want to also recommend that copying a problem is not a good idea. Oops, I lost my screen there. And that's minus 35. So what I want to do is I want to see if I got it right. xy, yz minus 8, yz, zx equals minus 3. Let's see, zx plus xy equals minus 35. And what I want to do, kind of looking at it, I noticed a lot of things I could do with it. And I'm not saying that my way is any better than anybody else's way. I'm just going to add them all together and see what I come up with. And if you did that, I want to point out, it looks like I got 2 of everything. So 2xy, I'm adding them all together, 2yz's, and 2zx's. And then if you add the other side together, what would you get? Let's see, minus 46. I'll put this over here. And what I would do now is just to make the numbers a little bit easier for me, is I would divide both sides by 2. And what do you get? xy plus yz plus zx equals minus 23. And then the question goes, what are you going to do now? Wow, well, I got to look at it. And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at what I have. And let's take a look here. And I think I can do something here. And I'm looking at this over here. I'm looking back at the original system. And I'm really looking at it too. I'm seeing this x, y, and yz. I'm seeing that. What is that? That equals minus 8, right? So those two terms together equals minus 8 plus zx equals minus 23. So zx is going to be equal to, what would that be? Minus 15, right? All right, I'm getting my little eraser out. And I'm looking around for other things that I know. And I want to get rid of this. And let me put another one down for you. And look at the second equation or third equation or first equation. And I'm looking for something. And I'm wondering, I just did the first 2 terms, right? So let me do the, do I see this guy? Do I see xy and zx? I do, and it's minus 35. I'll write that down for you. Minus 35 plus yz equals minus 23. And what would that give me? That would give me yz equals, well, let's see what you'd get there. 7 and 5, that's 12, right? So yz is 12. Now I can get my eraser out. I'll erase again. Erase this over here. And I'm going to see, do I see something with these 2 guys in it? So that would be xy plus, and what's yz plus zx? Yz plus zx is minus 3, right? And that equals minus 23. So I'm going to say xy is equal to minus 23. All right, so I'm going to write these down now. So zx equals minus 15. And I'm going to write down yz equals 12. And I'm going to write down xy is equal to minus 23. Now, again, I'm not saying this is going to answer your question, but at least things are looking a little bit simpler. Now, I want to see if I made any mistakes here. So I'm going to recheck my work. And I think I made a mistake somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry. I see the mistake now. And I just, I don't know why that happens. That's not true. I'm glad I looked. That's minus 20, right? All right. So let's see what we can do now. And again, each time I come along, I'm getting something each time that might be a little bit simpler than the last one. And I'm looking at this, and what I want to do, let me see what I want to do. Let's see, I guess I'm going to divide yz, which is 12. Yeah, it's like adding, multiplying, dividing, trying to get rid of things, by the way. I'm going to divide yz by zx. Whoops. And what's cx? It's minus 15. And what do you get there? Well, you get y over x. Right, y over x. I'm going to reduce that number now. Now, granted, this could be another thing you get, another relationship. At some point, you have to say what's y, what's x, what's z. But this is going to be what, 3, right? We'll divide by 3. So this would be minus 4 fifths. All right, so I'm going to write down y equals minus 4 fifths of an x. A nice linear relationship, by the way. And so I'm going to see if I can use this to figure out something. And I think I'm going to plug this in right over here. I don't know, maybe it's going to be tough to do. Let's write this down. So x times y, and what's y? Minus 4 fifths of an x is equal to minus 20. Let's hope for the best. All right, so I'm going to look at this. I'm going to say this gives me minus x squared, and then I'd get times 4 fifths equals minus 20. I'm going to simplify a little bit more, x squared, and let's see, that would be 5 quarters times 20. I multiply both sides with minus 1, and the reciprocal of 4 fifths is 5 quarters. And what do you get there? X squared is 25, right? So now I get x. What's x? Plus or minus 5. So I'll write this down. If x is 5, and the other one is when x is minus 5. And I'm working my way backwards. And someone says, how could you work way backwards? I got some information. This is one piece of information, so I could write this down. So what would y be equal to? Well, y is minus 4 fifths of x, so that would be equal to minus 4. What would y in this case be over here? Well, let's write this down. Well, it's minus 4 fifths is minus 5, so it'd be plus 4. Right, now the question is, can I get z? I don't know. Let's take a look. I think so. I think I got it, different ways. I'm going to use this one over here because I like it. yz is 12. So yz is 12. All right? So if yz is 12, z would be 12 over y. I think I can handle it. So z, 12 divided by y would be 3. And this is z, and 12 divided by minus 4 is minus 3. Again, I'm going to write down the triple, which is going to be 5 minus 4 minus 3. And the other triple is going to be minus 5, 4, and 3. Put a little box in that, indicating I'm done. The question is am I right? And certainly I could check it with the original problem if I want. But I'm just looking at my answer key that I write these answers down. 5 minus 4 minus 3, minus 5, 4, and 3. I'm doing pretty good. All right? So I want to be honest with you. I'm always patting myself on the back to say I'm doing a good job. By the way, that's a definition of madness, by the way. I'm matching my answer key. So let's say you say, this is crazy. I got better answers than him. He's all, this is not a right answer. I got the right answer, or I got more answers, whatever. Reach out to me. My name is Ron. My last name is Bannon. And my email address is Bannon, which is B as in boy, the @ symbol, NNON.US. Thank you so much for paying attention.